Have you ever met someone who should be a great partner? They're kind, they're consistent, and they're emotionally available, but for some reason you're just not feeling it. Maybe you told yourself that they were too nice, that there wasn't a spark, or like it just didn't feel as exciting as the people that you've been drawn to in the past. But if your past relationships were filled with anxiety or unpredictability or like that kind of roller coaster of love with emotional ups and downs, then what feels like a lack of chemistry, it might actually be something a little bit different. I'm Kaylee Larkin, and I help people to break free from anxious attachment patterns and to attract secure, fulfilling relationships. And today we're going to break down why secure partners sometimes feel boring and how your brain, nervous system, and subconscious patterns influence attraction, and how body awareness and somatic attachment repatterning can help you rewire your experience of love at the nervous system level. And towards the end of this video, I'll share a resource that can help, which is my Secure Love Toolkit, and we'll talk about that more later on. And for the record, I just want to say I have a secure partner who is definitely not boring. So the first reason is your subconscious associates love with anxiety. Attraction isn't just about preferences. It's deeply connected to subconscious patterning and nervous system responses. So if you have a history of anxious attachment or emotionally unavailable relationships, that's what your nervous system is used to. It's used to this kind of unpredictability. Like you might not unconsciously want chaos, but your subconscious has learned to associate love with intensity. And so that's why it can feel like a roller coaster with like big highs and painful lows and that constant feeling of wanting more. And this happens because our brains wire themselves around past experiences. So if love has felt uncertain to you, your subconscious mind starts treating that uncertainty as normal, even desirable. And you might logically know that you want a stable, healthy relationship, but on some deeper level, in your nervous system, in your subconscious, it's still looking for what it recognizes. When you meet someone who's steady and secure, there's no chasing after them. You're not anxiously waiting for their reply. We're wondering if they'll pull away. And this lack of intensity, it can make it feel like something's missing if you're used to having to do those things. But chemistry is not necessarily a sign of compatibility. And sometimes it's just a sign of an activated attachment system. And so the real question is this person actually making you happy, or are they just kind of making you anxious? The second reason has to do with how familiarity feels safe, even when it's not healthy. Because we are drawn to what's familiar, whether or not that's good for us. So if you've spent years in relationships where love felt uncertain and you had to work for connection, emotional unavailability can unfortunately feel like home. Because your brain is wired for efficiency, so it would prefer to just repeat patterns over and over rather than create new ones, even if those patterns aren't really working. So when you meet someone who is emotionally available, who communicates great, they follow through, they don't play games, it might just feel a little off, like maybe it's too easy, or like maybe there's no edge that's just keeping you hooked. And the mistake that a lot of people make is assuming that this lack of intensity means that the person isn't right for them. But actually, what's happening is their brain just hasn't adjusted to secure attachment yet. And so the more that you open yourself up to stability, the more that your subconscious begins to recognize it as safe, and over time, as attractive. So the third reason is that your body is expecting stress in relationships. And I know that might sound a little strange. So your nervous system plays a huge role in attraction. If your past was filled with stress and with waiting, with uncertainty, or again, these emotional highs and lows, then your body might have learned to associate those feelings with love. And then when you meet someone who's really secure and nice and great, you might notice ways that your body's responding that are a little confusing. Like you might feel restless, like something's missing, or you might feel kind of disconnected, like you can't quite connect with them or you can't quite click with them. Or you might get easily annoyed or turned off for small reasons. And this isn't necessarily a sign that you're with the wrong person. It can be a sign that your nervous system is regulating differently than what it's used to. And it takes a little differentiation there, of course. So secure relationships don't create a rush of adrenaline or cortisol. They don't make you super stressed out. They don't pull you into a fight or flight mode. And if your body has learned that love is supposed to feel activating, then stability might feel wrong at first, because that's not what you're used to. And this is where somatic attachment repatterning comes in. So somatic attachment repatterning is somatic work in the body work that helps to shift attachment patterns at the body level. It's not just in the mind. So it helps the nervous system to experience security as safe and normal rather than boring or uncomfortable. So here's some ways to use somatic awareness to shift your attraction patterns, like who you're attracted to, so that you can start to be attracted to more secure relationships and more secure partners. So first, start to notice sensations instead of thoughts. And so like when you're with someone who's secure, pause and scan your body. Do you feel calm? Is there a sense of openness? Or do you feel restless, like you're waiting for something to go wrong? So just bringing awareness to your body's responses is a way to begin to shift those patterns over time, get them to change over time. Another way is to regulate your nervous system in the presence of security. And if stability feels dull, you can practice co-regulation in little ways, like maybe focus on the feeling of your feet on the floor, or focus on the feeling of your breath. And these all help your body to learn that security is not a threat. And you can also rewire your attraction through slow and gentle exposure. So secure partners might not immediately feel exciting, but that doesn't mean the attraction isn't there. Give it time. Instead of expecting that instant chemistry, just let your body start to adjust. And with repetition, your nervous system can start associating that safety with excitement rather than just chaos. So if you've struggled with this before, you're not broken. Attraction is complex, and it's influenced by so many different factors: your past experiences, your attachment patterns, and even your body's response to connection. But the good news is it can shift. Secure relationships are not boring. I can attest to this. So can many people I've spoken to. They're very freeing. They allow you to relax. They allow you to show up as your full self and to actually enjoy what you have instead of feeling like you have to earn it. And if you want to start shifting into secure attraction, I have a resource that can help. It's called the Secure Love Toolkit, and it's designed to help you recognize secure partners, to rewire anxious patterns, and to really start creating the kind of love that will last. And you can check that out in the link below in the description of this video. And before you go, if you could let me know in the comments, what have you struggled on with this? Like which part of this video resonated most with you? And if you found this helpful, be sure to click like and subscribe, because it helps me reach more people and it helps more people get this information. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. And this is Kaylee Larkin, wishing you a beautiful relational journey.